Hey guys, our decline here, average picker. I'm feeling very average at the moment. So yeah, I accidentally had ordered another one of these UAP plus locks, and I really enjoyed the other one, and I thought, yeah, what the heck, who cares? Not gonna worry about it. Man, so the other one, I did a video on it. We did not gut it, however. But I think it was a sub 2-minute pick or something like that, and it's pretty much the same lock. The only difference really is the length of the cylinder. Let's pull this one out, and of course the key. So we can put these up. This one has a little more of a sheen to it, I guess. It's not quite as flat. This is the key for the original one that I had picked. I think it was for a stock lock Sunday or something. Yeah, it was a fun little pick. It's features some kind of ultra smooth technology, it says, and it does. They're very, very smooth locks, and they have these very subtle, very subtle movements to them. But then, I did get it picked, and it was a sub 2 minutes, and I had picked it, I think that was the third time I had picked the lock. So I thought, no problem, throw this in. Man, don't judge a lock by one lock. Yeah, this one has kicked my ass. And yeah, we're gonna give it one more little go here. We can get it into this false every time, and I just cannot finish it up and bring it home. This is the bitting on it though, and you can see it's much crazier than the other one. The other one we were very consistent across. This part's not so much of a problem. This knocks itself out down here pretty easily. I'm not even sure if we have to really pick this last pin, but our first pin is sitting right up here. It's a little notch. I can highlight it for you there. Here, my pick's sitting on it. So yeah, we get this false, and that one's a really hard one to get lifted. Of course, we've got to make sure we still got these other ones. And I think where I'm going wrong is either I'm not getting that first one picked all the way up, or this one right here. Pretty sure that's where it's going bad for me. However, we've got two of these guys, right? And according to the box, the box gives us this neat little diagram and promises us some fancy little pins in there. So I thought, yeah, let's cut this thing open, or let's cut it in half and see about gutting it, or at least one side of it. See what pins are in here. Very excited to see them. So we're going to do a break. I'm going to go cut, and we'll come back and take a look at it. And we're back. Kind of mangled the C-clip a little bit, but other than that, I think we're good. I wasn't going to make you suffer through me taking that off. If you're wondering how easy it was to cut, the answer is very. I think I even just used a plastic cutting disc, or a disc for cutting plastic. And I think I was only spinning at maybe 12,000 RPM. God, all my shims are in the other room. Are they really? That can't be. It actually very well easily can be. Let's do something about this. Okay, let's try this again. We've got the shim loaded up here. Hey, I'm liking these. Okay, yeah, so we can see right away. I'll show you loaded in the chamber. Our sixth pin did not really need to be picked. Just barely nudged, which is interesting. Yeah, that lock still gave me a heck of a lot of difficulty. Our number one fell out already. not expecting anything interesting in these bottom pins. Only expecting to see all standards. And of course, I don't think there's going to be anything weird done to the core. Something's shaking around in there. Yeah, it's probably just some anti-drill pin or something. It's weird. That's a lot of jingle though. Oh crap. All right, well, our one pin is already made an appearance. It's a very nice spool. And I can tell you right now, when I was trying to get this thing picked open, I was not picking through a spool on number one. Oh yeah. Yeah, these are really cool, guys. We'll do a camera flip around. I mean, this is almost akin to what you might expect to find in a challenge lock. We should have one more. Thought we were gonna have one more spool. We've got a standard back there in 6. Just gonna leave that there. Yeah, let's turn this camera around and get a look at this. This is pretty cool. So here's our pins in the UAP Plus with zero lift advance, ultra smooth, some super smooth cylinders. You can see these are really cool pins. So number one was a spool. Now I can tell you, as soon as you go to the back of the lock and nudge the pins in the back here, we were getting a false set. So I don't know if we were falling necessarily into that spool or one of these other guys, but yeah, check that guy out. He's reduced, he's tapered off, and it's got that spool-like element there. And all of these are kind of then just variations on that. Just kind of cut to different depths until you get down to these guys, which are almost have these T-pin elements to them. So if you're wondering, this is our shear line across here. So all those bits would be headed down. Let's see how much of that spool was in play, because I was getting counter rotation off of one, but it was that kind of counter rotation where, given the keyway, you see our keyway there, it also felt like maybe I was just pushing against the keyway. So what? Whoa, yeah, okay. Definitely sitting way down in there. Okay, so one is probably, I'm gonna say 95% sure. One is where I was getting hung up. That was the man, you know what? I should have just gone in from bottom of the keyway tension or something. Could have probably gotten that enough lift. Tensioner was just in the way. It sits down in there very nicely. We won't load up the 6th one because we know it's barely going to sit in there. So there we go. And yeah, as soon as you go down in there and you touch these last two, this one picks pretty easily, number 5. You fall into a false. You can also see, look at the, you know, this is interesting just because I do a lot of reduced diameter challenge locks. And one of the only few core modifications I sometimes make is to take the edge off those cylinders, or off those chambers. And that's almost like what they've done there. It's close up, it's not very clean looking down in there, is it? You got a little bit, that pin looks like it's seen better days. Definitely, it looks worse under the camera. I can tell you that right now. This is not that bad looking up a lock in person. This looks quite used. You can see he's down in there really good. This corresponds though with earlier the pick I had done where I said like they have these strange, very subtle finishes, and that's what you'd be getting is this finish where it just slips right past all of a sudden. And that is what we like to see though, right there, isn't it? That spool in its entirety in play. Every single bit of it need to be picked. So yeah, there we go. There's our key again. So it was that first one. I was getting it all the way down. And that counter rotation that I kept mistaking for me banging into the cylinder at a weird angle was probably the actual counter rotation off of that T-pin, which means I had him right there at the tippy tip, right there at the end. You can see. Now earlier I tried a variety of picks. This time around, the UAP, UAP Plus that I had picked some months ago, I had come in, I had used the Tron. This is our Tron, right? Yeah. And you can see it, you know, it'll pretty much do the job. It kind of, you can get in there. But it's not enough quite. Unless you really get it. So yeah, there it is. So you can see the Tron is capable of doing it. 2, come down to 3. This is a weird angle to be. Yeah, 3 is a hard. Oh yeah, 3 is a hard lift. You can see we're pushing 2 up. I mean, I know this is not the ideal pick for this lock. There we are at 4. 5 and 6 we don't have loaded up in there. So yeah, 3 is actually, man, 3 is hard to, 3 is very difficult to finagle, and you can see it's hard to do it. I mean, it's a weird angle, but you know, we're lifting 2 pretty well. So yeah, I mean, I knew it going in, it was not the ideal pick for it when I originally picked it. Yeah, this time around, tried a variety of them, and none of them really were able to bring it home. And I'm just gonna blame that myself, I guess, for top of keyway tensioning. Yeah, I tried this hybrid. Yeah, that hybrid just doesn't have the lifting power. It just can't. We're right on that pin, and just it doesn't have enough to get the 3 up. It'll work the. Man, to get 1, you really got to get steep angle on it with that. This is that hybrid pick from Sparrows. So yeah, the UAP Plus, man, it was a fun pick. I really had enjoyed it, though I had my opinion of it as a lock was a little low. It kind of started to feel like, you know, oops, all of that was marketing. But my opinion of this lock has shot up. Yeah, can't judge a lock by just one of them. The bidding does make a difference, and those pins are just super cool. But anyway, I think this video is starting to run long, guys. So, tell you what, yeah, hope you've kind of enjoyed that, and I will hopefully see you again in the next 24 to 48 hours. Or, yeah. All right, have a good one.